What is going on, Nuggets Nation and NBA fans? I am Tom Leuthner, and I wish I had more energy. I know I said that either last game or a few games ago, but this was a brutal watch, strictly because it's a game that we 100% should have won. And the first topic I want to jump into here is this game started exactly how the last game started. We came out so slow. I still don't understand why we're chucking threes when we start the game. When you come out and you continue to chuck threes up, fadeaway threes, or grab offensive rebounds and play the 3 point game when we're not making any shots, do you not realize that you have to start playing your own game of basketball? There's a game of basketball that we play, and that's what wins us games. It's not that. We make our threes when we get hot, but I believe we started 0 for 9 to start the game. And how do you not realize, okay, we're 0 for 9, why not try to attack the rim? Why not try to get hot? Why not play through Jokic? I know that he might be struggling. It might seem like he has a little bit of an elbow injury after game 1 that I'm actually just realizing now. But why not attempt to get yourself going before you start chucking up threes? You're not going to come out of the gate and light the team up. Again, we got hot as the game progressed, and it looked great. But what are you doing to start the game continuously chucking up threes? I'm not understanding what the game plan is. I don't get how, as a coach, David Adelman could sit there and go, hey, let's throw threes up to start the game when we should not do that at all. So we started the game 1 for 9 from the field. The one shot that we made in those 9 attempts was a Jokic putback on an offensive rebound. We had a crucial turnover. We were 0 for 6 from 3, and we started 12-2. They started on a 12-2 run, and we decided to continue chucking up threes. In that time, we're taking 6 3-pointers when it's not working. Nothing was working, but we finally called a timeout, got everything going, and then we moved on to what's this next topic, and that next topic is we played our game. We played semi-well at times. For a majority of the game, we played semi-well. This was the first game in this series that we actually had a positive plus-minus in the first quarter of the game. This is the only game that we led in the first quarter. We came out, we played our game, which is the aggressive game, getting to the rim, attacking, grabbing the boards we need to grab. We came out on a 16-4 run after they started 12-2. After our first timeout, when we came out playing our game. That is the only way that we took that lead in the first quarter. I'm not understanding why we don't come out with that pace. I don't have any confidence going into this game 6 now. I have zero confidence that we go on and win this game. I think that if I'm being honest, and this is my standpoint, and I know it's so controversial to say as a fan, I'm looking towards the rebuild at this point. I'm more excited to see who we're going to attempt to move for next offseason than I am to watch this next game, because it's just constant frustration. Jokic finally played well, did what everybody said he couldn't do, and that's bounce back, and we couldn't close out. Again, that's something I'm going to cover in a little while, but I'm not really understanding a lot of our game plan and why we're starting the way we start and our decisions at the end of the game. And that's the next topic I'm going to jump into is there a new face that we should see? Should we be seeing more Julian Strawther minutes? Because I love the minutes that we got from him today. Sure, he shot 2 shots, went 1 for 2. I believe it was 2 shots. I'm going to double check right now. 2 shots, both threes. He hit one of them, hit the one that the first 3 comes in. He's ready to shoot, takes it, lets it fly, hits it. Played 4 possessions that he guarded Shea. Shea did not get a single shot off. He had a steal. He played good defensive minutes. So why, at the end of the game, are we playing Michael Porter Jr., who has done absolutely nothing, who I've been saying, even when he's done well in the games that he's done well in, bring him off the bench because he's not contributing unless he's super hot, which he hasn't been outside of 1 game. I'm not seeing the point of playing a guy like Michael Porter Jr. more minutes. Michael Porter Jr. had 2 points, 4 rebounds, two assists, was 1 for 7, 2 steals, 4 fouls, 1 turnover. That's not a stat line of a star player, a max contract player in the playoffs. He should, listen, if you want to start him, David Adelman, so be it. Start him. I know I say so be it a lot. Start Michael Porter Jr., go ahead. But at that time in the game, I don't think there is any reason that Michael Porter Jr. should play over a guy like Julian Strawther and a guy who I bash all the time, Peyton Watson. Listen, I would take his 3 points and 8 rebounds over MPJ's 2, 4, and 2. Peyton Watson looked like he wanted to be on the court. He looked like he wanted to play. So why is MPJ still getting those minutes over a guy like Strawther too? I know that he's a guard, but there were times where we came out with certain rotations. Jokic looked gassed and still put the team on his back at the end of the game. But he looked gassed, but coming out of the second half, or starting the second half rather, we played a lineup of Russell Westbrook, Jamal Murray, Peyton Watson, Aaron Gordon, and Christian Brown. I like that lineup a lot. Again, I don't like not having a center in. The only thing I would have rather seen in that game, or in that rotation, would be Julian Strawther over Russell Westbrook, especially coming out. Russell Westbrook did absolutely nothing tonight. I don't want to say nothing. 4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and he brought energy, and that's what we needed. But he shot 1 for 7. So when he's coming in and he's shooting 1 for 7, and our starting small forward is shooting 1 for 7, and they're a combined 2 for 14, that's when you need to bring in a guy like Peyton Watson and Julian Strawther, take their minutes away. Again, Russell Westbrook brought the energy. I know he did. He should not have had the most minutes off our bench today. It 100% should have been Peyton Watson or Julian Strawther. We finally saw an upgrade in Strawther's minutes, or an increase in Strawther's minutes rather, and he got 10. Last time he came in the game, he got 3. We saw his defense, but when we need stops, why not play him? Why not play Peyton Watson in the same lineup, especially when Jokic isn't there, as Gordon, Murray, and whatever third person you want to throw in there with them? Gordon, Murray, if you want to throw Russ in there with them, but MPJ shouldn't be in those minutes. Julian Strawther should be getting those minutes because he's playing the defense we need him to play. He was stopping Shea. We couldn't stop Shea. You go back and look at the box score, and Shea had 31. You know what? Maybe if Strawther would have at least attempted. There were so many possessions that I saw Christian Brown on Shea, and I was not happy with it. And I'm usually very happy with Brown's play. But, I mean, he didn't look good today. 31 points in a game that we needed to win, and Strawther looked great in the 4 possessions. I know it's 4 possessions, it's small sample size, but in those 4 possessions, he looked amazing against him. So why not just try it out? Just attempt to get it going. I'm not understanding, but the last topic I want to get into here, because I am so heated, and I'm going to continue to speak about the same topics I did in the last game, because that's all it comes down to. But this last topic is something that we continue to cover, and I'm so tired. Another game that we couldn't close. What can we even do? Again, going back to what I said before, why is Michael Porter Jr. in the game when we need a bucket? When he goes on his runs of having his 20-point games where he's 4 for 5 from 3, fine. Let him stay in the game. He was 1 for 7 today. At that point, why not throw Russ in there? We're going to chuck up shots. Have Russell Westbrook in there with Michael Porter Jr. because we didn't want to win the game. There was no reason. Again, I would rather see a guy like Julian Strawther, who was only able to take 2 shots today in the game, over Michael Porter Jr. with his shoulder. I would rather see Vlatko Konkar in the game at this point. And this is no hate to Michael Porter Jr. because I love him. He looked lackadaisical on defense. He couldn't shoot. He's still hurt. He only grabbed 4 boards. He's 6'10". Get somebody else in the game for Michael Porter Jr. I am so tired of somebody being in the game that can't close out a game. Again, if we're going to have somebody just go in there and chuck up bad shots, at least let it be Westbrook. Let him go in the game. Let him chuck up his shots. And if we're going to miss, we're going to miss. Jokic couldn't do everything he tried. 44 and 15. And people are like, well, he's not the best player in the world. No, and I don't want to hear it. I'm back at the point where I don't want to hear about his supporting cast, right? Aaron Gordon played super well again. 6 for 13, 1 for 5 from 3. Why not set yourself and you shoot Aaron Gordon? I love you. I really do. You've been amazing. This is actually another game that we lost without Aaron Gordon scoring 20 points. Very funny stat. We are undefeated when Gordon scores 20 plus points. Why not try to feed him the ball a little bit more? I know that our players aren't going to play into that stat, but Jokic did everything in his power that he could possibly do. Jamal Murray started the second half so hot. He had 11 points in the first half, came out, put up another 11 right away, and guess what? He went ghost. He went MIA when we needed him. Another game where he comes out, 11 points, gets himself to 22, and ends the game with another 6 points within the last fourth quarter. Couldn't hit a shot to save his life in the fourth. Jokic is taking turnaround, fadeaway, step-back threes and hitting them, but we can't hit an open jump shot when he's passing the ball. I am so tired of this supporting cast, and like I said, I am more looking forward now to our off-season plans than I am to this next game, because I don't think there's a single way we pull it out. And if we do, I don't see us winning Game 7. And I am so sorry to say that, and I know I'm being so negative, but it is impossible to watch this team 2 times in a row now. 2 games in a row where 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter and we blow the lead and lose. That's 2 playoff games in a row that we blew a lead with 10 points left or 10 minutes left in the game rather. I am so tired of it, and again, if we win next game, we win. Hopefully, I'm more positive, and I see some things I like. If we don't, I'm already preparing for what I want to do in this offseason or what I want to even explore. So that's all I got for you guys. Again, I am sorry. I've been so negative. It was impossible. I'm staying up late to watch these games, and man, I am not happy about it. That's all I got for you guys today, Nuggets Nation. Hopefully, vibes are higher. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys for checking it out.